I think the greatest leader that I've been really blessed because I've worked with or been surrounded by some amazing leaders. The challenge is I really wasted the opportunity because I was around great leaders when I was internally broken. So I had these people at an early age that poured into me. I remember there's this guy I used to work with, right? And he was probably my age now, and I was 21. And I was working at a hotel. I was managing this hotel. And this guy was unbelievable. I'm saying he was awesome. And he poured into me, and he put up with stuff for me that I don't know how he dealt with it. I didn't realize at the time, like what patience and what maturity and what it took to put up with somebody like me. Because I would show up to work late, I would give half performance. I was full of victim mindsets and all this kind of things. But yet he kept still pouring into me. Now it wasn't always, it was never just like rainbows and unicorns. He would let me know when I got off track, but he would pull me back. When I did a great job, he would tell me. He was constantly asking me, what am I reading? I wasn't reading anything. He was constantly telling me hey, did you read I remember one day he came in, and I was in the cafeteria, I worked in hotels, so they have employee cafeterias, and he said, what are you doing? And there was no cell phones or anything back there, right? So just nothing, just eating lunch. He said, did you read What Happened Today? And I was like, again, there was no internet back then, I'm showing my age. And he's like, did you read What Happened Today? I was like, what? And he's like, well, you would know that if you read the paper. I was like, why would I read the newspaper? Like, why would I do that? And he's like, why wouldn't you? He's like, people that come to this hotel for business or for a meeting, they're here to improve their life, they're here to help grow their company, they're here to do all these things. Imagine if you could have conversations with them about current events. And I was like, that's such a waste of time. And I just never thought about it again. But now I look back and I'm like, man, he was such a great leader. He never stopped, he was persistent. He gave me radical candor before radical candor was even created, like this idea of radical candor. He was poured into me, he showed me empathy, he asked me cause and effect questions, but I wasted it. But it was some of the best leadership I'd ever gotten. He poured into me when I was not ready. And now I look back on it, and I think maybe I'm a more patient leader today because I think there are people that I deal with every day that were me 20 years ago, but because of something I learned from him back then.